Hops and Stocks podcast is presented by 100 Spoke Media Group. We encourage our listeners to drink responsibly. Please note, we are not financial advisors. We do not offer or provide financial advice.
I'm Spoke affiliated from the city of Gems.
Welcome back to the Hops and Stocks podcast. We got young Nick Isaacs.
How we doing?
Nicholas.
If y'all tuned in to the previous podcast, y'all know that he was talking about NFTs, and you know what I'm saying, that conversation was energetic. So we want to continue the energy, and we want to, you know what I'm saying, allow him to continue talking about NFTs with no interruption. So Nick, you got it. Like I said, man, you was passionate about it, and like Blast said, as we wrapped up the previous episode, it makes me like I'm missing something. I've heard about it, but I don't have that. Like I don't have that emotion.
It's so crazy because like I said, like I said the Kanye thing because you know you look at Bitcoin and how Bitcoin hit the scene. You feel me? A lot of people was like, I ain't trying to do Bitcoin. But Bitcoin made a few millionaires. You feel me? For people who took the risk of just, you know, putting some money into Bitcoin, you know, and I feel like this is what NFTs are doing right now. And to be honest,
hold on, man. Toes raised his hand like he made millions.
I made some money with Bitcoin, man. I was trying to tell y'all. It wasn't millions. It wasn't millions because I don't have millions to start with.
Hey, the replay will show the man said people made millions. He was like,
no. I told cats, man.
You did for sure. You did for sure. I'm just laughing at the millions part, man. Your hand went up when the millions.
Hey, I wish. That's what it was. I wish. Hey, but Nick, man, just to kind of like to give us a little background. So you're talking about the world of Ethereum. Is that how you get into that space of NFTs? Do you purchase? Yeah. So do you use your Ethereum coins to buy NFTs? Do you use your Bitcoins to buy NFTs? Yeah. How are you purchasing NFTs, and how is the regular layman like us able to get into that circle?
Yeah, so I purchased like 4 or 5 NFTs. I've already sold. Like it's so crazy because I'm just like, you feel me? It's something where you just be like, I'm gonna just try this. I'm gonna just try and see what I can do. I've actually bought 4 NFTs and sold 4 NFTs. Like it's that crazy, you know. So I know the people who are really in the space, I know they're making there's little kids like 6-year-olds who are making little whale NFTs getting 400,000. You know, it's really crazy, you know, and it's just something that it's really a new wave, you know, and for us as people, you know, like I've been learning to whatever the world is throwing at me, I think I'm gonna just start using it and trying to learn, you know, anything that they're throwing at me because it is working and people are making money. But with the NFTs, like for me, I went on OpenSea, you know, my first NFT. I haven't even sold my first NFT, but that I bought, I still hold it. But it's basically, I went on OpenSea, and it's like a site where you can buy NFTs. But before I went on OpenSea, I always do research. I always try to figure out, you know, what people are, you know, enjoying. And they say, you know, when you're buying NFTs and you're looking at these blockchains, you know, and you're seeing people buying, purchasing, you know, it's always best to buy the NFTs that you see, like, you know, the volume that hits like 5 minutes, 2 minutes, it just got sold. 3 minutes, it just got sold. You know, 5 minutes. Those are the NFTs that are going right now, you know, but you have NFTs that sit, you know, 3 months. Like I've had NFTs. I bought an NFT maybe like one day, and then like 2 weeks later, I seen that it got sold, you know, so it just happens. But
are you buying that NFT with crypto, or are you buying it with regular currency?
No, I'm buying it with regular currency, but how the world is changing, you're able to convert Ethereum into USD like this. You're able to convert Bitcoin into USD like this. That's why people who make $1 million with NFTs, they have $1 million in their pocket because they're just converting the Ethereum into USD. You know.
So if you let's just say you create an NFT and you sell it, somebody buys it, and then somebody else buys that. Do you get a portion of every single transaction?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Hold up. Let's rewind that. Ask that, B-Dub, and Nick, answer that again. Ask that again.
So let's just say you create an NFT.
Laz is feeling it.
You sell the NFT.
That's crazy.
And then that person that you sold it to, they sell the NFT. Do you get a portion of every transaction after?
Yes, you do.
So if it sells 30 times, you get 30 pieces.
No. So depending on the NFT you buy, it has like a percentage of royalties, you know. So that's what I'm saying. The NFTs will change the game as far as like music, all of that. Because listen, artists can turn their whole album into an NFT. You feel me? But what's so crazy about that is the people who buy the album, everyone who the first people that buy the album, everyone after those first people will basically get royalties off of those purchases forever. So all the NFTs I bought, I have 5% royalties. So if they sold for 500,000 in 10 years, I would have get 5% of that.
Okay.
You feel me? 10 years from now.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that's why the NFTs is so crazy, because it's like
the only risk. So the risk is, I mean, let's talk about the risk, because you talk about the reward.
Yeah.
What's the risk?
So the risk is basically the same as the stock market, you know, if you really think about it, because what you put your money into, you know, you gotta do your research.
You gambling.
Yeah. You gotta do your research, but you know, it's nothing like, you know, looking at the top celebrities and seeing which NFTs they are putting their money into. Just like if you study Warren Buffett, you feel me? If I was a person, I would probably try to study Warren Buffett's strategy, because he know how to, you know, articulate in the stock market. You feel me? He's good in the stock market. So Warren Buffett would be somebody I would look after. But as far as the NFT space, you got like people like Gary Vee. Gary Vee is very strong in the NFT space, and he's like he's really and he was talking about this 10 years ago, you know, and like it's crazy, because I know 10 years from now is gonna be even more crazier. Like y'all, I know y'all see all those augmented reality things, them white things that go over your face.
Yeah.
See, that's where the metaverse is coming in. You feel me? So think about this. If I got a shirt on, and it might have a dragon on it. It's gonna be a time where I can put my phone up to my shirt and the dragon is moving. You know, like it's gonna be crazy. How people already use like technology in their phone. You know, once we get like the virtual reality, you know, instilled into everything that we're doing, it's gonna change the game, because you'll be able to see the NFTs in action in the metaverse. See, when you in the physical world, it's just gonna look like a picture. You know, it's gonna look like something on the wall, but it's gonna be like a Mona Lisa. In the metaverse, it's gonna be interactive. You're gonna
like a different dimension.
You're gonna be able to move with your NFT. You're gonna be able to take care of your NFT or something like that. You know,
not sure if I can handle B-Dub putting that bear up to the phone and that shit start moving. It looks intimidating already, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that bear.
Yeah, man. Hey man, keep that bear back, man. He look mean, dog. he been side-eyeing me the whole episode.
So let me.
He has an Oscar. He has some sort of Oscar.
I think there's two things that I want to understand, and if we could, I guess, like just back up a little bit, is obviously there's, since Facebook changed their name and rebranded the company to Meta. That's the first time I started hearing about metaverse. In my head, I understand what it is. In reality, I don't know how it impacts my day-to-day, because the more that I've read about it and the more that, and I haven't done a deep dive research on it, But what I'm hearing and what I'm looking at is like, if you're not making moves in the metaverse, you're going to be left behind.
Yeah.
And also, what I'm concerned about is how do the have-nots maneuver in the metaverse? Like, are you still a have-not? Are you, you know what I'm saying? Like where are we going with this? I mean, is the poor going to be poor because they don't have access to technology? They don't know about, they don't have access to information. So that's one of the things that I'm concerned about. Like, I have resources, but even me, like, I don't know what to do. Like, you talking about equity. You talking about how it's going to be equitable across the board. Yeah, because people are buying like real live real estate in the digital realm. Like you said, you mentioned Atari. Atari so it's millions of dollars for this quote unquote prime real estate, and people are buying houses around it because this is going to appreciate in the future. And I'm like, it's digital. You can't touch it.
That's why I don't understand.
Listen.
I'm gonna be dead. I'm gonna be dead.
Just imagine us right here, us five in the metaverse.
We got about 30 years.
You feel me? Just imagine us five right here in the metaverse having this same meeting, but with avatars, with characters.
So you talking AI? You talking about artificial intelligence?
Yes. That's the wave right now, you know. And with
Nick. You'll be alive, we'll be dead. So make money off of it.
I eat sea moss. I ain't gonna be dead.
Hey, I'm gonna still be living in the metaverse.
I just want $1, man. I just want to pay with my dollar.
Have y'all ever played? Have y'all ever seen the game, the Pokemon Go?
Yeah. I didn't get into that. I know what it is.
So that's basically how the metaverse is gonna be. Like
everybody's
have their phone out. And like you walk on your house, you might have some pans that don't move. You take your phone out, your wall might be dancing. You feel me?
I can't handle that, man.
And it's I don't think it's for the generation 10 years from now.
Yeah,
I got you.
Because the kids and the kids that are being born now, that's all they'll know.
I'm gonna quote my guy CP and say
all they'll know.
That's some geek shit, man.
Yeah, it is. But when they talk about like the money aspect, like the digital real estate, like they saying like it's really the same as like you buying real estate out here in the world and flipping a house.
That's crazy.
And flipping a house.
But how? Like you can't.
I don't understand because you can't
live in it. You can't live in it.
You
can. As soon as you put your phone to it, you living in it. It's like artificial.
No.
Artificial.
Like
man, don't worry, you'll be dead.
Like listen. Apple, and like tech companies are creating glasses like y'all have on y'all face right now. They're creating glasses like y'all have on y'all face right now. Y'all faded. Like they have on y'all face right now. That basically, you know, you'll be able to see the metaverse with your glasses on. You just put your glasses on. You'll be able to see the metaverse.
So for me, like I said, once again, and this is probably where the old head thing is, where we disconnected. Because one thing about real estate in its physical form is you can't replicate it.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, the metaverse in digital form, it can be unlimited.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can recreate and you can keep producing digital footprints. So why is real estate, and the company that I know is Atari, because I've read it and people are buying around Atari. Why is the space that Atari is occupying, why is that so I guess like expensive? Why is it valuable? So valuable?
Because of the blockchain and the people who are backing it. You know, that's really all I can really think about, because how can I put it in, like, you feel me? Like,
it sounds like it's the next frontier.
Yeah, it's like
that we don't understand yet. Just like when they said the world was round, and they're like, "No, the world is flat." No, the world is round. It had to be somebody to go out there and explore and to find and prove that it was round for everybody in the world. Like, okay, the world is round. This is the next frontier. We don't understand it, because what I'm saying, Lil Nick, when you said, "Hey, you put a phone up to somebody's shirt and it changes," that means that's fashion. That means people who want to change fashion. Look, I got a different shirt on. you can only see my shirt if you in this world of this metaverse. You can't even see my fashion unless you in this metaverse.
Nike
And
has
that's
trademarks.
my
Nike already
problem.
has trademarks in the metaverse. Like Nike,
like they're like you're like. That's what I'm saying. Like it's really for the people like 10 years from now, because like how our minds are already just digital like with social media.
Right.
Like social media is basically just gonna be like an open world where you can talk instead of they're basically recreating a digital world where people can talk to each other without being in the same place.
Yeah.
You know, just like how it is now, but you'll actually be able to walk around and see other people's avatar, whether it be a Bored Ape, whether it be a CryptoPunk. And that's where, well, I got this CryptoPunk. I'm the only person in the world who can be this CryptoPunk in the metaverse.
What you about to say, Billy?
People will want to buy
somebody else's avatar.
Yeah, you know, I want to be a Snoop Dogg avatar, or I want to be a Elon Musk avatar or something like that. You know, that's just what people gonna be on, man.
I just think it's
you hear this man's question? Did you hear this man's question, man?
It's gonna get to the point where everybody's living in this alternate
Yes,
reality, man.
and it's scary. It's really scary. It's really
it's gonna be to the point where you don't even vacation no more. You're gonna just get into a fucking damn put glasses on and be in your living room. You're not gonna travel no more.
Right.
It's a couple people. It's a couple people who have like already talked about like how scary it is, like how some people like, because it's like a getaway. You know,
I don't think you all understand that we'll be dead.
Listen, you can be in this world and you can be Spider-Man. You feel me? Like,
oh wow,
and you can like
crazy.
You can and you're walking around. So like, just imagine you have on a mask and you're walking around your house, but you're not even at home. You're like,
so imagine you getting drunk. Imagine you just drinking and getting drunk in your metaverse world and just toe up, and you just like, you can come back to reality and drive home. Like you at the bar in your metaverse world, everybody just drunk. When you come back, drive your ass home.
Yeah.
It's the Matrix, man.
Because you went into a different dimension. You living in a different dimension for that space and time. You out in a different space and time, and you come back and you. So like Blast said, you didn't answer Blast's question.
Nah, man.
Let's back it up to, you know what I'm saying, hops and stocks, man. Let's to financial literacy, and kind of zero in on what's the plays, like what play do I need to be making today,
right,
to be successful
10 years,
5 or 10 years. Actually, let's look at it. What do I need to do today to make sure I'm not being left behind? Like, that's my question. You know what I'm saying?
So first I'm sure y'all already have, but the crypto space ain't going nowhere. So invest in crypto, you feel me? Like certain, like how the crypto space is, you know how they have mass just different coins.
Yeah.
Some coins like you have to purchase in order to buy certain NFTs. That's why Ethereum, you know, they have a certain amount of NFTs you can buy, but they also have NFTs that you can't even buy with Ethereum. You got to buy another like crypto coin, you know. But if I was anybody right now trying to get into the NFT space, I would first do my research. You feel me? Like just see what it is. Just see
where does that start? Like, how do we direct our listeners? Hell, how do we direct me to where I need to start researching?
So I would look up crypto. I will look up videos with Gary V. Gary V is really the most. He's the most like prolific as far as like explaining them to like and making it sound as simple as possible. You know, Gary V is very, you know, intelligent when it comes to, you know, the NFTs. But then also I would buy Ethereum. I would learn I wouldn't just buy Ethereum to buy NFTs. I will learn about crypto in general and really just like see, you know, because like I'm saying, they're like, it's like the web 1.0. There was a web 1.0, like where the computers, you could just send emails, all of that. Then the 2.0, which is the web we have now, social media, stuff like that. This is the Web 3.0 where, you know, now stuff is like really in our reality where we like are interacting with internet things, you know, things in the internet, you know, like just like a Wii. It's like you'll be able to play games in there like you would in a Wii. Like, you know, you put the things on and then you can play games in there. But, you know, as far as the NFT space, I would definitely get Bitcoin, I would get Ethereum, I would research NFTs, you know, I would buy NFTs. I would buy NFTs just to hold them. And I would really look for the NFTs, you know, because, you know, how I've been doing it, you know, you really get the best deals when the NFT is the rarest. You feel me? So however rare the NFT is, you know, is basically how much it is, how much it's worth, or it can be worth, you know. So once you go onto these sites, it's a site called Rarity Tools, and Rarity Tools is basically like information on NFTs. It shows which NFTs have the most value. It shows how much they cost. Some like CryptoPunks and like Bored Ape, you can't even buy them NFTs no more. Like, and if you ain't got 100,000 or more, you can't even, I mean, you won't even be able to purchase one. You feel me? But, you know, like as far as like the space, like I started on Rarity Tools, and that's where I was doing my research. But I kind of just like, because they have numbers on them. Like once you do your research and you see what Rarity Tools is, they have like certain numbers, but the numbers tell you how rare it is. The numbers tell you, you know, what number it is in the collection. So, you know, I mean, so, you know, and it's really cool for real. It's really cool art, you know. It's like taking that paint, taking the paintings behind y'all and just making them digital. Like if you seen that picture and it was like moving, it'd be a lot cooler, especially nowadays with us being on our phones and everything, looking at reality and this stuff on our phones, yes. You know, them cost.
I'm like, man, this is cartoon stuff. Like, why is this $1 million?
It's cartoon stuff, but
that's what I'm trying to connect.
If you buy that NFT, you own that NFT. You can put that NFT on a shirt. There was an NBA player. There was an NBA player who bought an NFT. He put the NFT on his NBA basketball shoes the next game. Custom basketball shoes with his ape on it. So
they said the AB video of him throwing his shirt is now an NFT, and it's expected to sell for 1.5 billion. I read that today. I'm like, why? It's video that's all across the internet right now.
Yes.
Like, how is that valuable?
So they're gonna take that video, the main video, whoever recorded or whoever got that first video, they're gonna take that video and they're gonna put it on the blockchain. Once they put it on the blockchain to be sold publicly, whoever buys that video will own that video. And depending on who else wants it, they can get the royalties off of somebody buying it from them or whoever. But whoever got that video first, they will receive the most money, whatever, you know. But that's how they doing it. And that's really the wave. Like, I've been trying to.
I got a serious question for you, unlike your uncle. In terms of, you know, the NFTs that you own, is there a way for you to see what they're worth, like if their value is increasing or decreasing?
Yeah, so and like once I buy, see, because I bought all my NFTs through OpenSea. So once I buy my NFT, I'll go through the little Ethereum price, and it's really crazy because they don't really have it's not really as regulated right now. But like they have like these gas prices, and you have to mint the NFT in order for it to be on the blockchain, you know. And basically minting it is like paying for it so that you own it, so that it can be on the blockchain, if that makes sense. Once you mint the NFT, it's yours. Like, I guess that's like the security you need to have the NFT on the blockchain. Minting the NFT, that's what that means. But once you mint your NFT, it'll go on the blockchain. And then once it's on the blockchain, you can see, you know, how much it is. Like, I haven't spent any crazy amount of money for NFTs. Like, the most I probably spend is like $400 for an NFT, you know. But, you know, the NFTs that I spent money on, I've sold. Like I said, I've sold all of them. And I know if I had the money to buy like a serious NFT, I would have already sold it or whatever. Not because it's cool, but because that's the wave right now, and everybody's not on it. Because it's gonna be a point where everybody got NFTs, and like,
Yeah, and then it's gonna be
just-
too late.
just like with everything, is the value of the NFT will depreciate, and then they'll be trying to find the next wave. But right now, NFTs is crazy. And
I've seen where, and this is just two popular artists. Meek said his next album, if you don't have a Ethereum address,
Ethereum,
you
I
can't
read
listen
that
to
too.
it. Nas,
which is fine with me because really, his albums are nothing. But
I'm not gonna hate on. I know Nas is selling royalties.
That's just fine with me.
Nas is selling royalties.
All he wants.
Nas is selling royalties to two of his songs off of I think it's the Magic album, where what I'm saying, you can buy it for like $50. What I'm saying? I don't know what that means, but I know $50 is not a lot of money. So it's like, okay, I want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
How do you see let's talk about you specifically. What I'm saying, you're an artist, you got a podcast. Like, how do you, because as an artist, I'm assuming that this is something that you want to do. So where do you see this NFT space taking you as an artist?
So and that's another thing that Gary V is talking about as well. Like as far as the artistry, it's gonna change the game, because once you can tell your fans that they will be able to earn money off of buying your album and the other people that buy your album, that's what's gonna create, just a different realm of selling and offering, to buy. You've never been able to do that, as an artist. You've never been able to, or even as a fan, you've never been
able to
own. You actually an owner, and that's what it is. The ownership. You actually own, a piece of that artist's, catalog, and whoever else buys it after that, you'll receive those royalties. But as far as the Ethereum address, and like, is really real, and that's why, like, just put money into Ethereum, that's how you get a Ethereum address. Put money into Bitcoin, that's how you get those addresses to be able to even buy those cryptos. But
that's actually I follow this dude named, I believe his name is Chris Johnson on Instagram, and he put out a short video about registering a Ethereum address and all this other stuff. So that's been on my list to do this week. Because I know it's major, and I'm like, man, I don't want to get left behind.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive too, man. I'll look into it myself. It's pretty expensive to register and get your own NFT space. I mean, it's gonna cost you.
It's
like
definitely
I don't want to be left behind. So go ahead. Sorry.
No, what you about to say?
I was about to say, when we look at these NFTs, like I said, it's digital. So when I think digital, I think hackers, I think security, I think what's in place to prevent your NFT from being duplicated, stolen, hacked, and things of the sort.
So right now I need to get me one, but they have like tools like where you can back up all your information on like these discs and these hard drives, and that's one thing they're gonna have to, like, that's another risk that you have to face when you're dealing with this digital, all of that. But it's just like the stock market. That's why I say it like that, because if you don't have the extra security or whatever you need for your NFT space, for your NFT wallet, where you're storing your Ethereum money, where you're storing your NFTs, with the digital age, people can come in and hack and get your address, it has already happened before that people have lost, all of their Ethereum because they don't have the proper security, for their NFTs and for like their cryptocurrencies and like their wallet, but they have stuff in place that increases the security on your NFT, on your crypto balances, so that people can't get into your system, so that people can't get in and take your NFTs or whatever you might have as far as the crypto space.
Those wallets were something that I think we were all talking about at one point, Billy, with our cryptocurrency. We were talking about these wallets and these hard hard drives that you can buy to put your crypto on. Because
Yeah.
I think we all own crypto, and I know I use all my crypto is straight internet. I don't have anything secured on a hard drive or anything. So that's a good idea. I always tell myself, once I hit a certain point with my crypto, I'm definitely gonna have to get a hard drive to secure it a different way.
And it's important, and it's crazy because we all you got people who are really in the NFT space like every day, who know the in and outs. You feel me? And it's really those people. You feel me? Like, because they know the systems and all of that. And that's, you got people who just, who not really trying to do NFT work. They just really trying to steal other people's work. So you just got to really be preventive. It's a preventive technique. But it's definitely important to have, and I need to get one myself. You feel me? But the crypto space.
Next steps. So your next steps, our next steps, or any of our listeners' next steps would be to get on one of these sites, do their own research, and see what fits their price range, right?
Yeah. OpenSea, Rarity Tools. Like I said, I've started off small. I haven't bought any crazy NFTs where I can flip them for something crazy. But you can flip NFTs with other NFTs, because you get money back once you sell your NFT. So it's just like depending on how you want to invest your money as far as your NFTs.
But it sounds like you become a stockholder, just like we all own stocks in our day trading. We own those stocks. We're shareholders within that stock. It seems like it's the same thing, but it's just going to a digital space. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the difference between that is like certain NFTs that you hold will guarantee you like utilities that you can use, like to go to meetings with like top people, to like do certain stuff, to like, so they got like Gym Bros NFT. So anybody who owns a Gym Bro NFT will get access to the gym that they might create. But see, you feel me? They can physically make a gym in the real world, but also have a gym in the metaverse. But you won't probably have access to the gym in the real world if you don't have a Gym Bro NFT. So it's certain utilities, it's certain stuff you can do with just by owning. And it's just like with the stocks. Once I sell an NFT, the NFT is not really no longer mine, so I'll just get the royalties. But if I hold on to those NFTs, when it comes to like some of these meetings and some of these things that you can do with the NFTs, I'll be able to, do those things because, I have that certain NFT,
I just, my question is, what pushes the value? You know what I mean? We all own stock, and what pushes the value of a stock is supply and demand. Who's buying it, those type of business principles are what guides the stock market. What principles guide this NFT? You may not be able to answer it, and we may have to just.
But it's really the same principles that guide why the Mona Lisa is how much it is today. How much you think the Mona Lisa cost? Why is the Mona Lisa? Why does the Mona Lisa cost?
It's rare.
It's rare. That's why when you buy these NFTs from these artists and these people at the rarest time, if you one of the first people to get one of these NFTs, like I said, like the NFTs will give you certain utilities based off of which NFT you have. So if you have a certain NFT, you might be able to, do certain stuff. And that's where the value comes in, because, you get these NFTs and it puts you in a community with people that you wouldn't be in a community. Like you buy, like I said, you buy a Bored Ape NFT, that already lets me know that you got 100,000 or something somewhere, on you or with you somewhere to buy that NFT. You feel me? Like, and the celebrities and people who are backing it, like that's where the value comes in. Just like with artists, like if right now, if I make an NFT right now and I get famous in 10 years, my first NFTs will be the most money because I got famous in 10 years. You feel me? I got famous in 10 years. So my NFT now they'll be worth a crazy amount, and they'll be whatever NFTs I made 10 years prior will be what cost the most, you feel me, in the future.
So Hops and Stocks, we're definitely going to turn ourselves into an NFT.
Y'all
Yeah,
could.
no
You're gonna have access.
no doubt.
You're gonna have
I'm
access.
I'm
until
dropping
you
that
put
Vanilla
NFT.
Ass Track NFT tomorrow.
Yeah, facts.
Y'all could go online and create like, you feel me, NFTs with maybe
Wait
like
a
a beer bottle with arms and eyes on it. You feel me? Like,
We already got all the material we need thanks to your
you know,
uncle.
like a beer bottle with arms and legs or something like that. And that might sell. Like people are creating these NFTs and really like, because not only with the NFTs, like people are creating, like I said, when I said the Fortnite thing, like those are what NFTs really are. Like people are making games for your NFT. So, and like they actually got a series out for Bored Apes. So they got like a series out for the Bored Apes where like a show, just like Family Guy, where you might see your Bored Ape in an episode because you own a Bored Ape. So if just like if that show starts to get money and starts to, you know, the people who own those NFTs will they have to start getting some kind of money, some kind of royalties if that show begins to be popular because they're utilizing the NFT of the Bored Ape. You know, that's what they're using in that show. So the royalties that come from that, all of that, you know, it probably is going to increase. You know, but that's what they're
So
doing.
the question is, what's the next Bored Ape? You know what I mean?
Well,
When you get on
yeah,
when you get on the Bored Ape, you're kind of too late. What?
Yeah, and that's why like it's just like, you know, and that's why it sucks to be in the game. Like it's not because we early, but we ain't the earliest. You know, we early, but we ain't the earliest. You know, like it was a point in time when those crypto punks were $1, $30. Now you can't even buy one. You can't buy one for less than 100,000. That's retarded.
I think that's my question, and I think that's the question to wrap us up and get us up out of here is, you dropped the two names. You said the Bored Apes and the crypto punks.
Yeah.
Like, as people who have zero knowledge of this industry, when we see NFTs related to like a Nas or Meek, we associate those with big names.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at art, you know who Picasso, Van Gogh, you know who those people are. So you know that art is valuable. Where do you go to understand who are the movers and shakers in NFT and where I made, like, even if we translate it back to stocks, we know to put our money in Tesla, Apple, Microsoft, Google. Where do we go to find that information on where I should be putting my money for NFTs?
So like I said, so Rarity Tools and OpenSea is they're very equipped with the tools you need in order to learn about the NFTs, you know. So you know, when you go on those sites, they're going to show you the NFTs and they're going to break it down by the value. They're going to break it down by the year volume. They're going to break it down by the 7-day volume. They're going to break it down by the hourly value. And basically, you know, depending on which volume is greater, the ones who have the highest value, those NFTs range from 1,000 up, you know. So you got to have at least 1,000, you feel me, in your Ethereum already before you know, purchase the NFT or whatever cryptocurrency you're trying to do. You know, once you go on these sites, you know, they show you it's just a whole bunch of art, a whole bunch of just random NFTs, you know. But that's what I'm saying with the NFTs, it's so crazy because you can be an average Joe, you know, and if your art is worth somebody putting in their house, you know, whatever you create, you know, like I said, like they got little kids just creating little whales, you know, and just because it's a little whale, you know, little other kids probably might buy it, you know, and that's just because they're buying it. And whatever those whales can do as far as for those kids, if it's in a game, if it's in a TV show or something like that, you know, being able to see your avatar on a TV show and being like, hey, that's mine. Can't nobody else do that. You feel me? Like, that's where the value comes in. Just like Picasso, you know, that's my painting. Can't nobody else make that painting but me. My name is on that painting. Can't nobody else.
But with those paintings, you see duplicates, you see imitations. So are people getting paid off the imitation? Because everybody can't have the original.
Right.
Everybody can't have the original.
But that's where the non-fungible comes in. Once you buy an NFT, it's yours. It's non-fungible. There is no replicates. People will try to take a picture of your stuff, just like people will try to take a picture of the Mona Lisa. Oh yeah, I drew this. You feel me? But that's just a picture on somebody's phone. Or is your name on that blockchain where I can see that you purchased this NFT? You know, is your name on this blockchain where I can see, you know, oh,
So you only get money. You only get money when it's bought and sold, bought and sold, bought and sold, bought and sold. But you're not getting money off of a piece of, because I can be an artist and I can still get paid off of a piece of art that is being duplicated. I mean, most artists aren't getting paid just off their original pieces. They're getting paid off of duplicates, you know what I mean, copies. So, you know, the question is, you know, the value is in the original, and you get paid off of the residual buying and the buying and selling, buying and selling.
Yeah, and based off of what Bitcoin does as well, like in the stock market. If Bitcoin go to 100,000 and you have NFTs, those NFTs automatically have to increase in value.
Yeah. So speaking of which, crypto's down, and you know, I really suggest everybody kind of try to buy you some crypto. I bought in this past week because Bitcoin was down, Ethereum was down terribly.
Yeah, Ethereum's down around about 3,000, ain't it?
Yeah, and it was time to buy, because I was looking like, man, you know, it keeps going down. I was looking at my account, but then I just started saying, hey, let me just start buying something. It's gonna go back up. It's gonna go back up. Once Bitcoin hits 60, everybody gonna be love. It's gonna be love for everyone. But right now it's like at 43, 44. And this is the time to buy. Ethereum is, you know, like you said, 3,000.
They really just trying to, I feel like they really just trying to weed out the people who really just in the space. They're not really trying to, you know, not really invested, you know, because once you see it going down, a lot of people back out like, y'all was lying about the NFTs.
Well, the blockchain readjusts itself. So once the blockchain readjusts, that's when you have a whole new blockchain, you know. So the people who sell their Ethereum because it goes down, once it readjusts, as long as you held on and you didn't sell, then you still get money. Especially if you buy in low, you know what I mean? If you buying in low at 43 now for Bitcoin and they go up to 60, you're gonna see your account, you know, saying do some numbers.
For sure. Yes, sir.
So Nick, man, from Hobson Stocks gang, man, we definitely appreciate you, young brother. You know what I'm saying? Very knowledgeable. NFTs is something that I believe that we all probably will be researching in the next couple of weeks.
Sure.
Definitely love to have you back on, man, because like I said, you have a lot of passion as it relates to NFTs and that space and crypto. Wish you much success in everything you got going, from the music to the podcast to the motivational speaking.
So hey man, end this with some bars, man. You know, that's how we got it in. Before we get to
the bars, I want you to once again shout out your socials so anybody that's checking for us can check for you, man.
Give us the bars first, man. We already heard those socials. We already heard
this a new episode.
This new episode, yeah.
Give us the bars. We didn't get the bars on the first one. Hey, put your bar. Hey, give us your bars with your social media. See if you can freestyle it.
Ooh, let me see what I can do. It's Bodie L5 and I arrive on Hopping Stock. What's popping? I go back just like Hop on Pop. Dr. Seuss, I'm the truth. Got the deuce, but I'm the 5. And I'm gonna survive, I don't know. I'm lying. Hey, I have something in my head for y'all.
Hey,
give us those bars.
Much respect for the freestyle, though.
Yeah, give us the bars you have prepared, man.
Give us the bars in your head.
Let me see. Hold on. I'm a savage. You is average below the status. Cut from a fabric, you never had it. That's why I'm laughing. I'm about that action. You is acting. That's why you lacking. Double attachment. It's on the ratchet. I get the clapping. Could you imagine your mama asking, baby, what happened? A life of havoc all through the traffic while time was passing. Not everlasting. He in the casket, a different fashion. So what's your passion? Are you gonna ration this life of trapping? You feel me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
okay, all right.
Little song,
Once again, man, shout out your social medias, and we're gonna get up out of here, man. Hops and Stocks.
Sir, yes, sir. You can follow me at Bodie L5 on Instagram. You can follow me on Facebook at Nick Isaacs. I have a podcast called One Stop Shop Podcast at One Stop Shop. We on YouTube, TikTok, we on Snapchat, whatever, Facebook as well. But One Stop Shop Podcast for sure. Bodie L5, Bodie Motives. Yes, sir. We doing it big, man. We doing it big.
So, man, where can they find that video where you were flowing in Columbus?
You can find that video on YouTube. One Stop Shop Podcast. The song is called Naughty List. It's a Christmas song, but you know, it's definitely a nice little jingle for sure.
And I know I'm biased because you're my nephew, but you had the best verse on that, man. I don't think you used any profanity, and I mean, you was flowing, man. You was flowing. So
Man, go on and give him some 20-year-old bars, Doug.
Hey, man, we got to do a lot of editing if Doug drops bars.
Oh, man, yeah.
we got to edit those bars. Man. There's a lot of N-words.
Yeah, those bars might not even make the show.
My bad.
Right. I wanted that Christmas. Hey, Nick, I wanted that Christmas verse because you ain't say nothing bad in that verse.
Oh, yeah.
You came with your worst verse. You came with the worst, man.
Man, this guy's basically shooting up the club.
Right, man.
We can't print.
I like it
print
though.
that.
I rock with it.
Yeah, that Christmas verse was T. I don't know. I just use mass Christmas, slang in it, but it was smooth for sure.
Yeah, it was nice, man. I suggest all our listeners to come check you out.
Once again,
Man. Love you, bro, man. And you stay up. If you need anything, we're here for you. We'll have you back on. And much success, man.
Let me know.
Yeah,
Appreciate
Yeah,
thank
man.
y'all for tuning in, man. We've never done this, but the information was flowing, so we giving y'all a part due.
Part two.
You know what I'm saying? Hops and Stocks, episode 23.5. Signing
sir.
off.
Peace.
How the wood taste.
Be a shell of a man if we ever depart from our heart